Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Trouble in Paradise. Y'all ready? I feel like it's so dark on this screen. I don't know why. Let me brighten my screen up and see. Okay. Is y'all ready, honey? Is y'all ready to get into the tea? It is trouble in Hollywood lands. And it don't look like nobody go get a break soon, okay? First and foremost, let me say welcome and thank you to each and every one of you who is watching this video, watching this live. If you are new here, welcome, and make sure y'all are my exclusive family, exclusives, okay? I guess we're going to call y'all the exclusives, AXCLUI. I mean, LUSIBE, okay? My exclusive bunnies, okay? So if you are here, welcome, and you are part of the crowd, the team, okay? If you are here, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell to this channel, okay? Tell a friend, tell 10 more friends, and tell them to tell 10 more friends that they should come and be an exclusive bunny, okay? We got a lot of little shit to get into tonight. So let me grab my little pen and my notebook and stuff, and we will go step by step and digest everything down one by one, okay? Yes, Lord. There's a lot going on with Will and Jada, okay? A lot going on with Will and Jada. First, we gonna start with Mr. Brian King, the alleged violinist. Now, let me look up who this is. Y'all just give me 1 second. I'm still here. Shift-Command-4. Give me just a moment. Now, this violinist, Brian King, is suing Will Smith. And he is alleging that while he was on tour, I believe that he was sexually harassed and he was assaulted sexually by Will Smith while on tour with Will Smith. Here he is right here. Okay. Apparently he was an America's Got Talent contestant. I'm not sure when this was, but we finna dissect and get down into this. Let me share the screen real quick. And we finna get into what's going on here. We're finna get into what's going on here. He was on season 13 of America's Got Talent, okay? That's him right there in this wheel. Can y'all see the screen? I don't know why the screen ain't. Okay, hold on 1 minute, 1 second. Now y'all can see the screen. Y'all can hear me good. Okay. This is him. Now, fine looking man, don't y'all think? I don't see nothing wrong with him. I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. Okay. It says professional violinist. Oh, and the source this is Celebrity News posted on January the 3rd, which was today at don't know what time, by Stephanie Kaloui. It says professional violinist Brian King Joseph appeared to allude to the alleged harassment he claimed he suffered at the hands of Will Smith days before filing a lawsuit against the famed actor. He says, quote unquote, Brian said, earlier this year, I was hired to be a performer on a major tour with somebody who was huge in the industry. Joseph, 35, claimed in a video shared via Instagram in December 2025. So I was excited, proud of myself for getting the opportunity. Unfortunately, some things happened. Clip this. He continued, I can't get into the details of exactly what that was because it's already a legal issue right now. But the reason why I'm speaking about this is because getting fired or getting blamed or shamed or threatened or anything like that simply for reporting sexual misconduct or safety threats at work is not okay. Joseph also spoke to others who he claimed might be afraid to speak out about their own alleged experiences. I understand, and if that's you, I see you, he said at the time, and that's pretty much it. More updates to come soon. Ooh, thanks for listening. He must have posted this on social media somewhere. Let's see. Oh, he shared via Instagram in December 2025. Okay, we finna go look at that. Joseph filed his lawsuit against Smith 57 in Los Angeles on December 30, 2025. In documents obtained by U.S. Weekly, Joseph accused Smith of predatory behavior and deliberately grooming and priming Mr. Joseph for further sexual exploitation. The alleged acts took place during Smith's Based on a True Story 2025 tour. Joseph also claimed that he was asked to join the tour in November 2024. The tour began in Las Vegas in March 2025, and Joseph further alleged the harassments began in Sin City. In the complaint, Joseph claimed he returned to his Las Vegas hotel room, which was booked by Smith's company, to find someone he had unlawfully entered the room. In the room, he allegedly discovered wipes, a beer bottle, a bottle of HIV medication with another individual's name, and hospital discharge paperwork belonging to another person. Wonder what the hell that was about. The musician also alleged there was a note in the room that read, Brian, I'll be back no later, 5:30, just us drawn hard. Stone F, which he believed was a message that indicated an unknown individual will soon return to his room to engage in sexual acts. Joseph claims he reported what happened to hotel security as well as tour management. Further, allegedly that management accused him of lying. His employment on tour was later terminated. Oh, he said, and management told him they were moving in a different direction. Oh, this is dirty. This dirty. So my question I would have is, Brian, do you have pictures, and did you take imagery, photos of what was in that room when you arrived to the room and the note? And did you show this proof to the management and the hotel security, or did you just tell them by word of mouth? Those are the questions I have. First of all, I'm not saying you're lying. I'm saying what I'm saying is, do you have validation showing that what you said to them was for sure set in stone and accurate? You see what I'm saying? Not just word of mouth. Did you show them what you had in the room, what you saw in the room once you got there? Or did you just tell them? And did you take photos for your record keeping? I would hope that you did. It says, by the documents, Joseph also claimed Smith was grooming and priming him for further sexual exploitation. U.S. Weekly reached out to representative of Smith and Joseph at the time for comment. Based on a true story, was revealed as Smith's first album in more than 20 years and featured previously released singles, including You Can Make It, Work of Art, and Tantrum. My idea of beautiful scars is just one of the things that really popped through for me as such a value to recognize that a difficulty and adversity, a challenge, an obstacle is hard and painful in the moment, but what you're going through can turn out to be the greatest thing that has ever happened. Smith told radio host Enrique Santos during an iHeart Live event January 29, 2025. What starts out as an adversity can turn into a beautiful stepping stone. That's it. Let's go to, let's read another article about the suit. And then once we do that, we'll go to let's see what the Shade Room said. Okay, it said watch this. So we'll just, he just knowing for a fact y'all taking these jobs because y'all want to sleep with him. Is that what he's thinking? Allegedly. Why is it still circling? I have no idea. Let me just go to Instagram. Okay, here's, wait a minute, it came up. Okay, we back. Here we go, y'all.
Hey everybody, I just wanted to talk about something really important.
You know what? I keep forgetting to do this, and let me do this before we get started. Let me do something before we get started. Hold on, I got to make sure I do this. I forgot. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Okay? This is for fair use and commentary purposes only. Everything in this live tonight is allegedly, okay? Let's go back.
important. Earlier this year, I was hired to be a performer on a major tour with somebody who is huge in the industry. So I was excited, you know, proud of myself for getting the opportunity. Unfortunately, some things happened, and I can't get into the details of exactly what that was, because it's already a legal issue right now. But the reason why I'm speaking out about this is because getting fired or getting blamed or shamed or threatened or anything like that simply for reporting sexual misconduct or safety threats at work is not okay. And I know that there's a lot of other people out there who have been afraid to speak up, and I understand. And if that's you, I see you. And that's pretty much it. More updates to come soon. You know, thanks for listening.
Okay, let's read this. It said more details about Brian's lawsuit against Will Smith. Brian King Joseph filed a complaint against Will Smith in the Superior Court of California on December 30th, according to People. He also included Smith's company, Trey Ball Studios Management Incorporated. In the lawsuit, in the filing, Brian claims Smith deliberately groomed and primed him for sexual exploitation after inviting him on the 2025 global tour based on a true story. From there, Brian says a series of alleged traumatic incidents happened in March 2025. During Smith's album release, one incident allegedly involved an unknown person entering his Las Vegas hotel room without permission. Even though nothing appeared forced, Brian says he felt a sexual threat of violence after discovering a handwritten note that read, "Brian, I'll be back, just us," and reportedly signed Stone F and marked with a heart. Stone F? Who is Stone F? Do y'all know who Stone F would be? The violinist also says he allegedly found other items that alarmed him: wipes, a beer bottle, a red backpack, and an HIV medication with someone else's name. But that wasn't it. That wasn't all. Additionally, he saw an earring and hospital discharge paperwork from someone he didn't recognize. These items made him fear that someone unknown might return to his room to commit sexual acts. That is suspicious. You just gonna let somebody that you don't know come back to your fucking room? And allegedly, it had to not been Will, because if it was Will, he would have responded differently, I'm sure, or either he would have waited or something. But you just gonna let somebody come to your damn room and you don't know who the fuck it is? I don't think so either. That wouldn't fly with me either. That would not fly with me. In his lawsuit, Brian says he alerted the hotel staff about the break-in and showed them he did show them, break in and showed them the items he found in his room. He claims a member of Will Smith's tour management team shamed him and then fired him. Clip this. Per People, the tour later brought in another violinist to replace him. It remains unclear whether Brian plans to seek financial compensation. But he said the alleged March 2025 incident caused him severe emotional distress and led to economic loss, reputation harm, and other damages. He also says the termination triggered PTSD and other mental health struggles. Will Smith's lawyer breaks silence on the allegations. Alan B. Grotsky, Will Smith's lawyer, spoke to People about the lawsuit. He and Smith denied Brian's claims. Grotsky also told the outlet that they are working to ensure that the truth comes out. What will be the truth? I want to know what the truth is. Anybody got any receipts? Will Smith, y'all think Will Smith got some receipts, some footage, some text that's going to debunk what Brian is saying right here? Mr. Joseph's allegations concerning my client are false, baseless, and reckless, Grotsky said in a statement on January 1st. They are categorically denied, and we will use all legal means available to address these claims and to ensure that the truth is brought to light. What truth would that be? Wonder what Will got. Ooh, this just a lot, y'all. Let's see what this is. Okay. It says after his first performance with Smith in December of 2024, the Getting Jiggy With It singer allegedly hired Joseph to join his Based on a True Story 2025 tour. Joseph claimed the relationship grew even closer after Smith offered him a chance to play on several tracks of the rapper's upcoming album. Smith and plaintiff began spending additional time alone, with Smith even telling plaintiff that you and I have such a special connection that I don't have with anyone else, and other similar expressions indicating his closeness to plaintiff. Documents state, clip this, Joseph allegedly joined the first leg of the tour in March 2025 in Las Vegas, where he was provided a hotel room booked by Smith and his team. He claimed no other individuals besides the crew and hotel staff would have had access to his personal room. The violinist who competed on America's Got Talent in 2018 claimed to place his room key in his bag, which was left in a van responsible for transporting the cast and crew around. After a rehearsal at the venue, management allegedly spent hours retrieving the bag. Isn't that quite suspicious? When Joseph returned to his hotel room later that evening, he claimed to have discovered evidence suggesting that an unknown person had unlawfully entered the room. Joseph subsequently called hotel security. The evidence included a handwritten note to plaintiff by name, which read, Brian, I'll be back no later, just in 5:30. Just us, drawn hard, stone F. The lawsuit states. Among the remaining belongings were wipes, a beer bottle, red backpack, a bottle of HIV medication with another individual's name, an earring, and hospital discharge paperwork belonging to a person unbeknownst to plaintiff. Joseph feared that an unknown individual would return to his room to engage in sexual acts, documents said, and he immediately notified hotel security and representatives for defendant. Obtained photo documentation, requested a room change, and called the local non-emergency police line to report the incident. Days later, Joseph claims Smith's team began blaming him for the incident. Rather than being protected against further assault, and for attempting to understand plaintiff's complaint. Plaintiff was shamed by defendant and told that he was being terminated, the complaint stated. Ooh. When the plaintiff requested further reasoning, Tim Miller, acting on behalf of defendants, redirected the blame for the termination onto the plaintiff. Reply, I don't know, you tell me, because everyone is telling me that what happened to you is a lie. Nothing happened and you made the whole thing up. Oh, clip this. So tell me, why did you lie and make this up? Lord have mercy. Joseph, at the request of Miller, compiled a timeline to explain the traumatic series of events that occurred that evening. However, following plaintiff's report and termination, defendant hired another violinist to assume the same position on tour. Documents stated this hiring strongly suggested that defendant's stated reason for termination was pretextual. Now, I don't know why you would try to go back to somewhere that told you that you was lying about something like that. You was obviously could have been in danger. Whether it would have been, molestation, any other further type of harm, drugging, anything of that nature. I wouldn't even wanted to go back or file no appeal to try to get them to understand nothing after they had been that insensitive about what I told them I had experienced. That to me would have raised an immediate red flag, and I would never tried to go back or wanted to go back. But everybody is different. Defendant's actions caused plaintiff to severe emotional distress, economic loss, reputational harm, and other damages. Plaintiff was also harmed as a result of the stress of losing his job. His health deteriorated, causing major physiological damage. Plaintiff suffered from PTSD and other mental illness as a result of the termination. Smith's lawyer denied the allegations in a statement shared with Fox News Digital. Mr. Joseph, allegations concerning my client are false, baseless, and reckless. Okay, I already read that part. Joseph filed his complaint after a $3 million lawsuit was filed against Jada Pinkett Smith by a former associate, BILAAL Salam. That's who we finna get to next. Brother BILAAL Salam. I didn't know it was $3 million. But we finna get down to that and dig into the rabbit hole a little deeper. Clip this. Salam claimed Jada approached him with physical threats of violence and demanded he sign a non-disclosure agreement while at a private gathering at a movie theater in Calabasas. For her husband's birthday in September 2021. Clip this. Ooh, ooh. Lord have mercy. Okay, now let's get to the Instagram and see what he posted. This him playing violin. Okay, now. Okay. Okay. He seemed like he a pretty good violinist, don't he? Okay. Hey, I heard that. He seemed like he really talented. I hope don't none of this get copyrighted, Lord Jesus. We got to pray. Wow. Mm. He said what he had to say. He said, this is what he wrote in the caption: important public service announcement. Love you guys. Stay safe out there and always stand up for your beliefs and what is right no matter what. Now look at all these people in the comments. You know, how do you know if he's telling the truth or not? You know what I'm saying? Only he will, and God knows the truth, the full truth. You know what I'm saying? The people that was involved in his hotel room and the things like that. At this point, I don't think he lied. All this stuff that doesn't come out and done been said and how been, and that's why we finna get down the rabbit hole of brother BILAAL and his lawsuit and what he experienced and all the things that he done dropped in relation to Will and Jada and the things that done been done to him. I got all the links in the description below on the YouTube. Y'all, if y'all watching this live, click the description section. And I got all the links of all the interviews that the brother BILAAL done did with TASHA K. From the very first one to the second one to this recent one. Now, this recent one he did like 3 or 4 days ago, baby, ooh, he brought the heat. And the reason why, allegedly, the reason why he didn't come back sooner, because he was supposed to come back within them 2 weeks and have that suit filed, which he had filed it already, but he didn't come back to do the interview. After that part 2, them 2 weeks he said he was going to come back with TASHA, was because allegedly he was in Colombia where he was living at the time, you know, for safety. Allegedly, some people ran him off the road and he run off of a cliff. And the driver had a glass in the top of his head. He had brain damage. And then it affected Brother Bilal's back. And he's got to have surgery on his back. What happened to his back? He got to have surgery on his knee as well as his hand. He got cut in his hand. He showed that to TASHA in this recent interview. So that's why he didn't come back them 2 weeks. He was promising that he was going to come back, but he did file the lawsuit. I don't know if it was within them 2 weeks either, but the suit is filed because he came back and confirmed the suit had been filed now, and the suit allegedly is $3 million. I didn't know how much it was at first, but I just read it was $3 million, and we go get into that interview now. But we finna get into the comment section real quick of what they was telling Brian King Joseph, the violinist. This first one is saying your story doesn't make sense. What about the story don't make sense to me? I don't know what you're saying. What have you been looking at? Angela Bay Zacosta, whoever she is, comment on his page. What have you? He hadn't said nothing word of mouth. All he said was he filed the suit, and it came out in the articles that the suit and what he had in the lawsuit. There's nothing in the lawsuit that don't make sense to me. To me, it could either make sense and it could be true, or it could not be true, or some of it could be, or it could not be true. And to me, it sounds like it could be possibly legitimate. That's all I'm saying. I don't see nothing in the lawsuit that he said that will make it not be sensible. And I don't see any interviews that he's done, unless he has, and I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments. I haven't seen any interviews that he's done. I've only seen that he filed a lawsuit and that it's been in the articles and the blogs that some come out against Will Smith. And this first, allegedly, it done came out just 2 days ago. So you got to give him time to sit down and speak, y'all. Like, how y'all just go, y'all something else. I don't know why I always quit to call people a liar. You don't even know this man. I don't know this man. Maybe y'all know something I don't know about him. I don't know. I'm just learning him who he is. It's not like that I know of that this guy has a history of lies or something. I don't know him. Y'all know something I don't know. I don't know why y'all would keep doing it. Y'all love to do that to people. Y'all love to, when it's y'all's fave, y'all love to try to debunk everything that people saying, like these people are just innocent and they're an angel. No, baby. No. Everybody is capable of disappointing people and doing something. Okay? Everybody is capable of that. We all are born with sin in this fucking world when we're born. That was one of the things when Adam and Eve bit the apple. That was one of the things that happened. We were all born with sin. So if y'all keep calling this boy a lie, y'all need to sit down somewhere. This person right here, whoever this QTR _FB Fausto Bertorello is, said we are all with Smith for sure. We are with his family, and he will be defended to the best of his ability and cleared of all charges. Who is he? Was he there in person when this stuff happened? I would like to know who that is. I don't know. Then this person says here, YBC Honestly, I believe you. Honestly, I believe you just need money. Will Smith would never. Ooh, see, that's where y'all fuck up at. Clip this. When y'all fuck around and say and get this theory in y'all head that y'all faves are just can't do no wrong, and y'all put them on this high pedestal, then y'all fuck around and find out for real, y'all be floored. Just like y'all did with the president. Just like y'all MAGA people did with the president. I'm just gonna say that. I don't talk about politics like that. I don't do politics, but I'm giving y'all a similarity, a comparison here. Will Smith would never. Honey, do you even know Will Smith personally? Whoever this is in the comments, do y'all know him personally? I bet y'all don't. I can bet y'all 99.9% y'all don't. I bet y'all 99.9% y'all have never met him in person. Y'all have never been in the same room as Will Smith. I bet you are nowhere near close to being in the same room as Will Smith. So you don't know who this person is behind these lights, camera, action, this screen that we see. This person behind the screen all the time, on the phone, in a movie, playing a role. He could damn well be just playing a role for y'all on the TV as a celebrity, like he playing in the movies, because y'all don't know him behind closed doors. Y'all don't know these people. Y'all need to stop with the bullshit. Then somebody says, boy, stop lying and take your meds. If Will Smith gonna groom and sexually assault someone, it wouldn't be you. You just salty you got fired or being a drunk, for being a drunk and not taking your medication. How do this person know anything about anything with him, with his employment with Will Smith and what he did or didn't do with his job? I would like to know who these people are. Y'all need to do some interviews and let us know who you are. Us people that's got some sense, we want to know who you are. They're saying they're trying to debunk this man's stuff so much. Then somebody said you got fired because someone else wanted your butt, not Will Smith. Okay, but here's the problem. If he had gotten fired because somebody else wanted his butt, it definitely, Will Smith can definitely be liable for this, because when he reported this to Will Smith's team, and this guy did not know who this person was that would allegedly come into his hotel room or in his hotel room, they should have took his safety as priority and said, we're going to move you to another room and we're not going to deal with sexual harassment or sexual assaulting in this workplace. On my business, Will Smith. On my tour, Will Smith. During my shows, Will Smith. Or anywhere associated with my business or my tour. That's what he should have did. And his team should have done. Rather than trying to debunk him and just firing him, wrongfully terminating him. That's where y'all fucked up and y'all gonna have to pay some money if this is the facts. Okay, then they said, you're a disgruntled employee. Will may have complimented you, but he never made any move. How do you know this? Were you there? You lost your job and decided to find someone influential to sue. Stop this, man. You and I both know the real story. Nothing you said in that court filing adds up. You and I both know the real story. Who is this? This person's account is private. Who is this? Do he know who this is? I don't know. Exactly. This person P said, do you know him? That's what I want to know. Okay, I can't reply. I don't know why. That's what I want to know. Did you read the news about his lawsuit? This is just some BS and it has nothing to do with Will Smith. Then somebody said at Peach don't need to know him. The lawsuit details have been made public and none of it makes sense. What about it don't make sense? That's what I'm confused about. It makes sense to me. I can believe it. If I really wanted to believe it 100%, I could believe it, and I halfway believe it. There's nothing about it that don't make sense to me. What are you talking about? Just so you don't do any reading, you just on here commenting some bullshit under people's comments. Okay, first of all, whoever that person is, that woman ain't coming in no bullshit. Peach, whoever Peach is, man or black or woman, look like to me, all of Stacks, you the one with the bullshit, because you trying to debunk somebody and you don't even know them, nor do you know what happened behind closed doors. You weren't there. I'm sure you weren't there, whoever you are, to know what this man experienced, and you coming under here telling this woman that she with the bullshit when y'all really with the bullshit, telling him that he's a lie. This woman ain't said nothing, but do you know him? To the Azzy Graham person that's debunking his story and telling him what happened to him, as if he possibly was there. We just trying to find out, is you, do you know him? And were you there? It don't matter if you know him really either, because were you there, motherfucker? That's what we want to know. Somebody said, speak your mind, never be afraid to speak up. Then somebody said this is one-sided. Everybody got their opinion, but y'all need to check yourself when it comes to oh dog, did it show it, y'all? It didn't show it. I'm sorry. Y'all need to check yourselves when it comes to in people's comment section about what they experienced and stuff. I'm sorry, since y'all didn't see it, I thought y'all was seeing it the whole time. The screen, I gotta click share every time I go to a new tab. So let's watch this again.
I just wanted to talk about something really important. Earlier this year, I was hired to be a performer on a major tour with somebody who is huge in the industry. So I was excited, proud of myself for getting the opportunity. Unfortunately, some things happened, and I can't get into the details of exactly what that was, because it's already a legal issue right now. But the reason why I'm speaking out about this is because getting fired or getting blamed or shamed or threatened or anything like that, simply for reporting sexual misconduct or safety threats at work, is not okay. And I know that there's a lot of other people out there who have been afraid to speak up, and I understand. And if that's you, I see you. And that's pretty much it. More updates to come soon. Thanks for listening.
And see, here go the comments that I was talking about right here. These are the comments. Just go onto his page and click on this video and you'll see them. See. There they go. Okay, y'all. So with that being said, we're going to move on to the next topic at hand. The next topic at hand is Brother BILAAL. Now, Brother BILAAL just came with a recent interview with TASHA K, and he had a lot to say regarding TYRESE and BRYSHERE Gray. He alleges that BRYSHERE Gray was saying that he allegedly had been molested by Will Smith. But Brother BILAAL said that he had allegedly went down there to Chicago to the set of Empire, I think, or something, he said. And BRYSHERE was just very chaotic. And then he saw him bleeding from his nose. I think it was either BRYSHERE or I think it was BRYSHERE, he said. We finna find out though, that he was bleeding from his nose, and he was saying, you know what happened to me. And BILAAL was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what happened. And that's when he told him that Will had molested him, and he was begging him not to say anything because they were going to try to do something to him, harm him, if it were to come out that he had said anything about him being molested by Will Smith. So let's go ahead and get into it. It's a lot that he said. We're gonna watch a good few of it, but see right here, this interview right here at the bottom right here. This is the very first interview that he did with TASHA K. And then this part 2 interview right here was the second one. This is where he said that in 2 weeks, if Jada didn't come out and say that he was telling the truth or apologize to him for saying that he was a liar, that he was going to file the suit. Now, this is allegedly, after that, he never got a chance to come back within them 2 weeks to TASHA K for the interview because he was in Colombia and the accident happened. They pushed them and his driver off the cliff, and they suffered them injuries they suffered. And so that's why he couldn't come back within 2 weeks. And so this was the next interview right here, which is the most recent one he did like 4 days ago, where he was saying that he filed the suit, and he was going into deeper about the freak off with TYRESE and BRYSHERE being molested. Let's go ahead and get into this.
If you've written a book and you're dreaming of publishing it and sharing your story with the world, but you're not quite sure where to start.
Somebody stole 2 hard drives from Jada's house. So now we get into why she's even more mad. Jada will watch at the houses. She had her laptop. She would stick her.
Y'all make sure y'all like this video. If you're watching this, well, like this video. And if you're new here, hit the notification bell and hit subscribe, baby. Because we getting into this. Clip this.
Her drive in, right? Boom, and hook it up to the TV. And she could play whatever video she watching. So I'm seeing videos of her and Will and a bunch of some celebrities, everything. Because remember, the last interview I told you, if you don't sue me, I'm going to let people know who you've been hitting with them dildos. And I said, if you don't sue, I'm going to sue. So I told you, being Muslim, whatever I say I'm going to do, that's what I'm going to do, period. And I got to have evidence. So she's sitting down here watching, playing with herself, high as a kite, right? Not caring who's in the house, whether kids watching, nothing. She's in her own world. So that's how I was able to see the tapes. I saw them, and I saw some things that were unreal, and I saw celebrities on the tape. I'm under penalty of perjury. If anything in here is a lie, my ass going to jail.
Bilal, we had to come to Cancun to get this interview.
Yeah, we want to stay out the country. You know, we want.
You are a wanted man.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Definitely wanted, without question.
Jesus, where have you been hiding? They swear up and down me and you fell out. They was like, why is Bilal not coming back on the show? What happened?
Yeah, so it's so crazy that we actually talked a couple of times. Well, let me start with the first part of your question. So I was in Cancun living.
Okay.
Didn't like living in Cancun because I thought all this would blow over and I'll be able to go back to Los Angeles. So then I moved to Colombia.
Okay.
So actually you flew me in from Colombia. We could say it now because I'm not living there.
Okay.
So you flew me from Colombia to your studios and we did an interview. Then you flew me back to Colombia. So that's the first and foremost thing. I was already living out the country.
Okay.
From there, when I got back to Colombia, we had just did that. You aired that last interview of me tearing Jada to pieces.
That was insane.
Yes.
I felt uncomfortable because I was like, I don't know what this beef is.
Yeah. Well,
you called her a dope fiend.
Yeah, I called her bald-headed dope fiend without question. I told her she better sue me because
she said to TMZ when they asked her when she left the Breakfast Club.
Yes.
She looked. They was like, well, what do you got to say? And she was like, we're suing. suing. And I was just like, okay.
Right.
That's been about 2 years.
Yeah.
And we haven't gotten a lawsuit yet.
No.
Yeah, the only person we got sued by during that year was Kevin Hart.
And I was involved with that, which was crazy.
And that lawsuit is nowhere to be found.
Right. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Right. So,
absolutely. With no merit. So, so what's crazy is that Jada did the Breakfast Club, just for people who don't know or want to go back and see it, because it's been 2 years since I've been seen or heard of or anything.
Yeah.
Jada responded to your first the first global interview that I did with you.
That was a global interview.
Yes. Yeah. It went all over.
It was
the
in
world.
Arabic. I saw
Yes.
it.
Yeah. It's India, everywhere. I talked for 2 hours.
Okay.
And I said some pretty, what some people may think to be outrageous things, but I knew them to be true and had the evidence to be, to show that it was true. So from that, that's when Jada responded out of anger, not out of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Because for her to be a global iconic superstar, you rushed to the Breakfast Club to say, number one, that, I extorted you. There was a money shakedown. You said you didn't have all the facts. So that puts you in legal jeopardy right now. You said all the facts will come out. None of the facts came out, right? So now you, Will, and yourself are in legal jeopardy. Her lawyer sends me a cease and desist letter, which I had to report him to the bar, Kenneth B. Hertz, because he said, I never knew Will, and I have everything here. I never knew Will, that I never worked for Will, and that he said he represented Willard Carroll Smith, which is Will's real name, but he was asking me to take down statements from Jada. So that's what we call in law overreaching. You cannot, if you're saying you represent Will, you can't compel me to do something against Jada. Okay. Right? So I already knew that I had him legally. So I said, okay, I got y'all. Now, so once that happened, there was another interview, of course, when she came outside and reiterated that she was suing, right? Then there was another interview with TMZ just after that, where one of the cameramen asked Jada, hey, Jada, have you seen Will with any men before? And her answer was no. So now that's a lie too, because I put out an interview with Will Smith grabbing Alfonso Rivera's penis, squeezing his nipple and trying to put his finger in his butt, right? So I think you played part of that on one of the interviews. So we're just getting people updated, because I'm sure you have a lot of new winos since 2 years ago. So after that, there was, they reached out to me through many people, one being Charles Austin, aka Charlie Mack, the federal informant. And he reached out to me through a friend, right? One of my best friends.
Charlie Mack, are you one? Is that the one that I believe, and I want to say allegedly, okay? Mm-hmm. Everything's alleged, even my name's alleged. It was alleged that he had touched Jaden, Will Smith's Charlie Mack, his best friend?
Yeah, that's been alleged, yes. Yes, that has been alleged, that he's I can't say that word on here. PDF file, let's say this.
Okay, and that's the reason why Jaden wanted to be emancipated, allegedly from his parents.
When we're stressed out about anything, including debt, there's so many other detriments to our lives, our health, our family, our friends, all can see it on us. And then when you become debt-free, you can start focusing on things that truly make you happy. It really is true happiness. I've had many individuals make up with family members after going through bankruptcy because they don't have the stress. It really changes your mindset, and it allows you to have the freedom, the mental freedom, to take care of what's really important. And I certainly recommend it for everybody, because as we all know, life is too short.
Y'all know I don't play about my hydration or hygiene, especially when it comes to down there. And let me tell you, this Wet Kitty formula made by Officially Pleasure X on Instagram is everything. It's odorless, plant-based, creamy. But I like that it doesn't knock off your pH balance as well. It's actually pH balance, if you get me, okay? So holla at Officially Pleasure EXO on Instagram to copy you something. Like I said, they have this wonderful treat box, okay, that has 3 different types in here. I believe it's 2 clear, 1 creamy. It smells good, feels good, and it stays juicy without doing the most. I'll see you on the website.
Winos, Mark Curry in the flesh.
That's right. I'm finally here.
You dropped the bomb there because I've always heard that, and I even spoke to Suge Knight personally. If there is some type of conspiracy built around Diddy offing Biggie Smalls.
When Biggie, that night when Biggie got shot, I was there because I was signed to Bad Boy, but I lived in Los Angeles. You know, D1 called me and told me that they shot Big, killed him. And but we was just with him the day before.
I think the documentary had mentioned that Puffy had paid for the funeral, but then basically took it out of Biggie's earnings. But the estate came out and denied and said that it never happened.
How trustworthy is the estate? With Biggie not here, the mother not here, who could you trust with that kind of money?
There have been rumors of how Black Rob died.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard those rumors?
I took him to dialysis. I know exactly what he died from. Then we pulled up to the hospital, and I understand what he was saying. He said, if you take me in there, they gonna take me from. Then he started getting delusional. He said, the lady in there got on a black dress. I was like, oh snap, ain't no lady with a black dress.
Do you feel like there was Puffy had something to do with Kim's death?
Nobody can say that. I can't say that.
Still coming out, and I'm going to get into why later I wasn't able to put it out and what happened. And so
say that where there's smoke, there's fire, and we keep on having to put fires out over and over again.
So I have to be very careful because we're engaged in lawsuits with Will and Jada.
Okay. So you don't want them adding extra claims.
Right. So
okay. That's what I heard.
So from my understanding,
what I heard.
Right.
I don't know if it's true. What I heard. Okay.
Right. From my understanding, allegedly it was Will and Charlie together that did something to Jaden. So that made him want to be emancipated. So people can read between the lines of that. But it was continual habit. Okay. And the crazy thing about it, I have that in the book. So the book is definitely still coming out, and I'm going to get into why later I wasn't able to put it out and what happened and so forth and so on, because it was so many thousands of people. I want the book. I want the book.
They're waiting for the book. And
yes, they are.
I told them when we sat down with you that you would have the book.
Yes.
But now you got a book of paperwork.
Well, but you know, I'm gonna always do something special for you. I'm gonna do something special for you right now.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Oh, of course. I know the Wanos. Listen, they gonna follow where you go. You know what I mean? So I would be a fool not to let over 1 million and something people. You know what I'm saying? Give them a tidbit.
Stop. We're just a small little, you know. We just like to drink some wine at the bar on the porch. You know?
Absolutely. Okay. But even that would that has been alleged between Charles Austin, aka Charlie Mack, and Will Smith. That's going to come out in a book. And the crazy thing about it is, I was in talks with book publishers after your interview. I was going to do it independently, and then after your interview, I started getting calls. Are you interested in publishing? So I ended up getting an agent, and he was out taking offers, meetings, and everything. And so just, you know, for clarity, when you're trying to get a big book deal, they wanted just a little bit of the book. And I gave them a little bit of the book, and they were just like, this book is so graphic that we don't think Amazon or anybody else will take it in its state. Because we'll take it. Yeah, of course. So I said,
you can do that privately.
Yeah. So I said, okay. So they was like, okay, well, here's an offer, a very generous offer, right, of an advance. And they said, rechange the book. Then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to, because you can't feel the essence of the book unless I give you the real truthful information. And so I said, I'm going to forego this money, big money. I'm going to forego this money and put it out independently later so that I can put it out in the mannerism, the artistic mannerism I want to put it in. But back to what we were saying about Jada. So she did the interview with TMZ when they asked her, has she been with any other men? And she said no. So
you're talking about Will. Had Will been with them?
Yes.
Okay.
So they asked her this question and she said no. And like I said, I gave you the video of Will and Alfonso Rivera where he's touching his penis and doing everything. And you could see this man is disturbed. So, so that's another point, right?
Okay.
So she's lying there. So by law, I don't want to get into case law or anything, so forth and so on. But if a person tells a bunch of lies on you repeatedly, it's a form of harassment. They don't have to hit you, right? That is a form of harassment right there. Then with Charlie Mack, aka the Rat, Charlie Mack the Rat, he reached out to
best friend,
another best friend in the world, yes. And he reached out to me, to another one of my Muslim brothers, and said, "Listen, allegedly, Will and Jada are want to end this." After the second interview, he said they want to end this. What they want to do is they want to pay you, and they want you to say this script.
If you want to take a second to touch on something that I think is really important, I'm a huge advocate for mental health on this page. You guys already know, especially as someone that struggles with that currently.
Charles Austin sent the script to one of my brothers. One of my brothers called me and sent me the script and told me what Charlie said from Will and Jada. Okay, so now, right there, they're breaking the law.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Why are they breaking the law?
Because now they're trying to coerce me and it's tampering because we're going through something legally, right? So you're going around, because I told Charlie Mack the Rat, don't call me anymore. Because what we did was when we were going through this, Charlie was calling a lot of different influencers because he knows everybody just like me and telling them to say something bad, say he don't believe me, like the clown, what's his name, Stephen A. Smith. Right, he did this whole opening on his show about Will and Jada and the comments that I made, and looked in the camera and say, "I don't believe him." Well,
Stephen A. Smith, he reviewed our interview.
I don't know if he reviewed the interview. Well, he had to listen because I made the allegation, but no, there were other interviews. So forth and so on. What I'm saying is that Stephen A. Smith commented on it, on the allegations that I made on your show, stating that he didn't believe it. But now we have from good record from the private investigators that you and Charlie have been talking. Another clown was Vlad, was going around saying...
you mean Vladimir Putin?
No, Vlad TV. Who,
you mean Vladimir Putin?
Yes.
Okay.
Putin, not Putin, Putin. He Vladimir Putin, right? So he came on many times... allegedly came on a show, and even though we know he did it and said it, but we just want to keep everything clean because there's a lot of moving parts with this. The federal the feds are going to be involved with this. The FCC is going to be involved. This is going to be groundbreaking what I'm doing. Right? Because we're showing how people blackmail people, how people try to attempt to murder people, right? How people try to silence people, how people go to other companies to try to shut you down financially, right? So this is just one part of some of the paperwork, and I'm gonna pull some of it out.
Right, put your glasses on.
In a little while. Okay. Oh, that's like I want to get into that. But back about Vlad. He was saying, "Oh, this guy tried to be on my show and da-da-da-da-da-da." Vlad, some guy named Mafia, whatever his name, he hit me on IG. And this is not allegedly. He hit me on IG saying, "Hey, would you like to do Vlad?" Right? I still got the thing from IG, but now Vlad is trying to put it like, "Oh yeah, he said some definitely derogatory things about you and the platform."
He's just jealous of our platform.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then he throws me under the bus, something about, "Oh, we don't even know if he's associated with Will and all that."
But you're in Will's book.
Right. Now,
you're in his biography.
Right. But even before that,
40 years.
Yeah. And then I'm with him from his first album, which he gave me a shout out on, which is a major milestone. I'm in movie credits, right? And I'm in the book. So that spans 38, 40 years from his first album till the book, right? So, but we don't even want to get into Vlad. I'm gonna deal with Vlad in a whole nother way, right? But it just goes to show you how he takes our people, right? Like D.L. Hughley was on this show, and Vlad tried to say some disparaging things about me, and I must say that D.L. Hughley came to my defense.
What did he say?
He said that, yeah, he said, man, even though he didn't like what I said, man, but, and what's so crazy about that, D.L. Hughley in my jewelry business, he spent so much, like he helped me in such a way, invited me into his home. I sold him some stuff, his wife some stuff. Like he was just always supporting me, right? And when Vlad tried to say these things, he said, look, number one, he's definitely associated with Will. And then Vlad asked him, well, for how long? Like, I'm just some new. He said, very long time. D.L. Hughes said, very long time. And it can't be disputed. So we have that. And that we're using even that in court. But we're going to get to that later. So I'm just showing how the rat Charlie Mack is calling people, a bunch of celebrities and different people to say disparaging things about me on behalf of Will and Jada, right? So what that is, that's another form of harassment because he's sloppy. He's not, he's all bronze. He's not intellectual. I'm an intellectual. So you're going to always beat the muscle guy. Always beat. Intellectuals will always beat the muscle guy, right? So now, even with that, so now we have all these things of harassment, right? So, and we detailed it and we recorded it. So now, mind you, I'm in Colombia, I'm living. Now, I also talked about Jada and Will ties to Scientology, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I said, from my point of view, they were Scientologists, period. They were recruiting other people into Scientology. They opened a Scientology school. So all this stuff is happening and they keep saying, wow, we're not Scientologists. I know why they're not trying to say they Scientologists.
Why is that?
They know what they're doing in Scientology. So let me just say, for example, let's take one of their good friends in Scientology by a guy named Danny Masterson.
Okay, shout out to Danny Masterson.
No, you don't want to shout him out.
Oh,
Danny Masterson. Yeah, he's in jail for raping women in Scientology and received, I think it was 30 years or 30 to life. So no shout out. We're taking that shout out back. We're taking that shout out back.
He's where he's supposed to be.
And he's the actor from the 70s show. So he's famous. So it's not like it's just a regular guy. But what people said was within that trial that there have been a lot of celebrities that have come through Scientology and have abused people within Scientology, both men and women. We're talking about sexual abuse here, right? This is on the record. So now I'm gonna leave it up to everybody else until we get to that part in court, why I feel that Will and Jada have committed sexual crimes from my point of view, things that I've saw and documented that they have committed crimes on other men and women within Scientology. Yeah. Without question. We're not playing no game. Right now, no games being played because while I was in Colombia, and anybody that knows Scientology and study and people that's in it, I would love them to comment in the comments once this interview is aired so they can kind of just let people know, hey, I was in Scientology. Yeah, celebrities do get preferential treatment. So let's just say this is an example. Let's say Jada raped one of the girls, right? In Scientology. She can't go to the police. And I've said this before. She can't, everything has to be settled within Scientology. Right? Or
so they're their own government. Yeah,
they're their own government, own police, own cop, everything. You know, multi-billion dollar organization, right? So that's one thing we're getting out is because as we about to go into that, I have a civil restraining order of violence filed against Jada Pinkett Smith. We're actively going through that right now. I'm going to share some of the court records. So
no one from her team or her can talk about you on social media on or off or contact you.
Looking for an easier way to get that LLC next to your business name? Say hello to Taylor Brands. Just go to their site, enter your LLC state, choose your business name.
Yes. Right. And yes. And I'm gonna get into it in 1 sec. I just want to clear a couple things up too. Not only that, people who are associated with her to leave me alone, to stop calling me, trying to offer me money and threatening me and all that kind of stuff, what was happening. So now when I'm in Colombia, I got a driver, Fernando, that would drive me around. You know, in Colombia, everything's cheap. So he'd drive me around, run errands, do everything that I need to do. Kind of like an assistant, right? So we're pulling up to my apartment in Colombia. And when I pull up to my apartment in Colombia, there are a bunch of guys with two guys with black pants and white shirt, Scientologist outfits, right? Not saying they're Scientologists, who knows, right? And then there was another guy who I found out to be a private investigator, and they were by my house. So I told him to drive past, right? So he drove past, he parked. And I'm like, damn, why are they in front of my house? But the crazy thing before that, somebody sent a picture of the front of my door in my apartment and texted to me from a number, right? With nothing. So I put two to two together. I'm like, damn, they might be out to get me, right? So we're driving one afternoon. And while we're driving through that afternoon, a car pulled up with a guy with a mask on, right? And tries to run my boy off the road. So he's trying to not, because in Colombia, you have a lot of freeway parts, but you also have a part like there's no barriers. So you could, somebody make a wrong turn, you down there.
Because it's mountain.
Yeah. So so the car is, so my assistant trying to hitting the other car so we don't go on a barrier. So the guy put the gas on, boom, right? One of the people that I saw, even with the mask, I'm able to see it was one of the people that was at my apartment. So we rolled down the embankment, right? Glass breaking, everything. Like I could hear oh man, it was bad, right? So by the time I get myself together, I look over, my man got a big piece of glass like this stuck in his head, right? It's about this long because the windshield broke when we was tumbling down. So finally, the police came, the ambulance came, they took me to the doctor. So now my back is messed up. I got to have black surgery. And then my knee. I have to have knee surgery. Yeah. So
how is the driver?
How is he? He still got brain damage. He still got brain. I'm responsible for this guy now. He still has brain damage. The glass went in his head. Yeah, this is real. Jeez. You know what I mean? So that's when I stopped everything. Right. That's when, because I was supposed to do another interview. I was supposed to put out the book, but I was healing too. I was hurt. You know what I mean? I had glass everywhere. As you can see, it's a big gash right there. My hand was almost sliced off, you know? So it's crazy. I don't want to show all the marks on my body, but that let me know that Will Jada and the Church of Scientology was not playing at all. Ain't no games being played. So I needed to heal myself before I went, because I was more mad than anything. And they told me they was coming. They already told me they were coming. But I'm like, yo, I'm in Colombia. Y'all not gonna catch me. And they did. So
wow. So did you immediately leave Colombia?
Not immediately, because I couldn't even hardly walk. My back was messed up and my knee was messed up. Luckily, a guy that I know there who's involved with alleged mafia ties there or whatever. He made sure I was all right. He had two people with me. He had people coming to my apartment, bringing me, plantains, rice and all beans and all kind of stuff and nursing me back to health. And that's when did I go to Saudi Arabia or did I go to, I went to Thailand. I went to Thailand because what people don't know about Thailand, you can get the best healthcare cheap because you got to pay for this. Had to pay for this. So I was in Thailand over the 2 years, part of the 2 years. I went to Saudi Arabia, and the monks helped me a lot because my weight had ballooned to maybe 400 and something pounds because I couldn't walk. I couldn't do nothing but lay up and eat. You know what I'm saying? And watch TV. So the monks started. I was
gonna say you look smaller.
Yeah. So now the monks, they know what's going on, and they're like praying for me. We're meditating. We're just doing all these things, and it really.
The monk.
Yeah, the monk. Oh man.
You was sitting in India and stuff?
I'll tell you something else.
All this happened, y'all. I would have sued for more than 3 million. Shit. I'm just saying, I would have sued for more than 3 million. I would have sued for probably $1 billion. Them injuries, I'm sustaining my driver too. One day is the driver go sue. Know what I'm saying? I wonder. He never said anything about the driver, because if they can prove that they did that, you know, they sustained them injuries, that driver need to file a lawsuit too. Or is he just scared? I don't know.
I couldn't sit nowhere.
You went with the monks that was smoking meth.
No, the monks and meth.
They never left.
Wow, I'm surprised you heard about that. That's crazy.
I read everything. I said, not that I found new customers. A new demographic and new customers for fentanyl and meth.
So luckily I can say I had the gut monks who kind of nursed me back to health, gave me some enlightenment, and the ones that talk English, we would share different things together. I'll read them the Quran. They will read me some things from Buddhism, so forth and so on. And so I got myself back to where I could walk, talk, and actually you had called me like, what's going on? Right? Yeah. And
that's when you had told me someone that I was afraid to repeat.
Which one was
about BRYSHERE Gray?
Oh, okay. So let's even go into that since you want it, and then we'll go into the legal stuff.
I saw a video with BRYSHERE Gray on X.
Okay.
And he had both his legs up. He was digging and fingering himself in his ass.
Okay.
Empire, BRYSHERE Gray.
Okay.
That is not allegedly. The video is on X, unless it's a deep fake.
No, it ain't. Okay. So, all right. So I'm gonna give you a chapter from the book since I owed you something.
Okay.
Right. I'm gonna give you the biggest chapter.
Why those? Hold on for this.
Yeah, definitely so. Without question.
Go ahead. I need wine, Jackson.
You definitely need wine.
Shit.
You definitely need something.
Go ahead.
So, in the book, in one of the chapters, they talk about mentorship. So at this time, of course, you know, I do celebrity product placement. And for the people who don't know, it's, you know, you have to basically have a relationship with hundreds of celebrities in order to make money, because you're taking your product to many celebrities. So anybody on the Instagram already know what's good with me, right? Like that's what I did. That's how I made money. And I made exclusive jewelry pieces, right? Okay. So that was my hustle. Didn't need Will, didn't need Jada, none of it. I stood on my own, because one thing I learned from the Nation of Islam and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad when I was younger going to school was do for self. I don't care what you got going on. Yeah. You getting money here, there, and there, you always have to do for self. And that mentality will never leave me. So allegedly, Charlie Mack and Will called me and said, we're coming to your apartment. I said, okay.
Now, when was this?
No problem. This was during the time before Empire even started.
Okay.
So people can look it up and see what year it was. So I'm like, all right, cool. So, but normally I have to go to Will's house if there's a meeting. So Will comes to my apartment allegedly, and Charlie Mack, the rat, the informant, come to my apartment. So they was like, hey, B, look, man, we got this new guy. Will is mentoring. His name is BRYSHERE Gray. Everybody call him Yaz. He's about to get cast on this major show. That was
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI.
I'm like, okay, what would you want? I'm thinking they coming to get product, because what people don't know, I kept millions of dollars in products from various companies and lockers, right? So whenever a celebrity called me and say, I need this, I'm running to wherever they are, dropping it off, taking a picture and getting a nice check sent to me, right? So this is my job every day. So I said, Will, and then Will said, yo, because BRYSHERE was supposed to allegedly star in the reboot of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, right?
I can see that.
Right. That's what I'm saying, right? So they're telling me.
Would have been a better fit.
Yeah. So they gassing me up. So I'm like, all right. So I said, look, Will, what do you want me to do? He said, I want you to go to Chicago and hold this guy down, right? I said, to be his assistant? And he was like,
he always sending you to be the assistant.
Right. So I'm like, I said, this guy can't pay me. And then I go to my computer. Boom. I remember like it was yesterday. I turned the computer around. I said, Will, that's what's in my bank account right now. Right? Will started laughing. Right? And said, I'm going to make sure you get double that over the course of time. That's my guarantee. So I'm like, sheesh. I said, okay. So he said, just make sure you hold them down. Because he was like, Charlie Mack is not going to be able to be there. Because him and Charlie had something else going on. Right? Okay. So I said, well, listen, let me close out what I'm doing. Right? And I told Will, with some of my sponsors, I'm going to need you to do me a video or something to just let them know I'm working on a special project with you. And then it'll be beneficial for them in the future. Okay. Right? So I'm covering all my grounds. Right? So, and I said, I need some time before the show starts for me to make it out there to close everything down. So I arrived in Chicago for Empire. It's a damn mess. It's no other way to put it. This dude is going crazy, right? He's out there allegedly with male prostitutes. He's pissing in the trailer. He's acting psychotic, right?
The same thing he's doing now.
Beyond that. But this is why a show is going on, right? So I'm like, so I pull him to the side, right? And I said, listen, I'm here to help you and so forth and so on. So he was like, all right, I feel that. He said, everybody on the set know you. Everybody seem like they love you. Okay. I want to love you because everybody else love you. I said, if that's what you want to do, then do it. But he kept acting up. And then one day I said, what the F is wrong with you? And he was like, you know. He said, you know, Will me. You know, Diddy made me suck his penis. You know what's going on. You know, Charlie made me suck. And I said, I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea. So he crying, no blood is coming from his nose. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And I'm like, yo, listen. So I grabbed my husband. I said, listen, I don't know. I didn't know what happened. Nothing. I was just asked to come. Is this true? Yeah, no, I'm gonna let you about to see if it's true from the paperwork. Oh, we telling something that got paperwork involved. Let me get to the paperwork. So at this point, I'm crying because I feel his pain. Like I can kind of tell when somebody phony and all, but it was the pain where the snot was coming out his nose. His nose was bleeding. He in the corner screaming, balled up, right? Like I could feel his pain, like he had been raped, like he had been forced to do something. You understand what I'm saying? So I said, well, listen, let me find out what's going on. He said, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Right? So I'm like, Yaz, I'm like, yo, just relax. I said, everything gonna be okay, you know? And he was like, no, they're gonna get me if I say something. They're gonna get me if I, like he's spazzing, right? So he calmed down after a couple of days. I reached out to Charlie Mack, who was managing the board. So Charlie, Charlie was managing Yaz. Oh. So Charlie is the one that brought Yaz to Will. Now, okay, so let me stay within the story. So I reached out to Charlie. I said, listen, I said, Yaz is going crazy. He's saying that Will raped him, and he said Diddy made him suck his penis, right? So he was like, what? He was like, yeah, oh yeah. He was like,
what? You think he'll talk about it? You think Yaz will talk about it?
I don't. As I finish the story, you judge, right? Okay. So now all this is speculation right now. Ain't no paperwork involved, right? Okay. So now Charlie flies down there, boom, 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 and he tells me, listen, man, I had a talk with Yaz, whatever the case may be. Everything is cool or whatever, right? So about a week later, he spazzes out again, right? I knew you was going to say something, right? I'm like, Yaz, how can I not say something? You said you were raped, and you said Diddy made you suck his penis. This is what you told. I said, dude, this is criminal, right? So allegedly, he told me they took care of it. So whenever Charlie Mack came down, I think they gave him some money, whatever they promised him, right? So as time go on, he's still having effects from being raped. He's still having effects of alleged and the allege of sucking Diddy's penis in the studio.
Allegedly. allegedly.
Yeah, all allegedly at this point.
Okay.
So now, so I had to leave the show because he was just acting irate. Like his behavior got so diabolical and so repugnant that I couldn't even be around it. Right. So as I was leaving and he knew I was leaving, he actually was hurt that I was leaving. And he started telling everybody on set what was going on, that I knew that Will and Diddy allegedly raped him.
Oh,
okay. So now I got to get my lawyers involved. Now we come to paperwork, right? So I let him know that I was going to sue him. That's number one.
So
to sue Yaz. Because two things happened. Number one, the money he was supposed to pay, he didn't pay me because Will was going responsible for the bulk payment. Then he was going around telling people I knew about these sexual assaults against him, you know? And so what happened with that was the lawyers got involved. Then Charlie and Will arranged a lawyer for BRYSHERE. So they was telling me like, look, B, let this thing go. So I'm not letting nothing go. And this is to Will and Charlie allegedly telling them that I need an NDA from this dude. Because this dude, whatever y'all got me involved in is something dangerous and filthy and diabolical. So
how do you give your book the best chance to succeed in 2026? If you've written a book and you're thinking about publishing it, there are 3 things you must know to give your book the best chance to succeed. Hi, I'm Sarah from Spines, the fastest growing publishing platform in the United States. And if you want to sell your book...
So they was like, well, we can't do that. So we'll pay you to sign an NDA with him. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want your filthy money. I want this guy to stop saying that I know that you and Diddy did something to him. Allegedly. So then they came back. My lawyer said, listen, this is the best that I think can happen that will protect you. They will allow a mutual NDA where BRYSHERE won't say anything about you, nor can you say anything about BRYSHERE.
But you're talking now.
Right. Hold on, let me finish.
Oh, allegedly.
Allegedly. So we do this. So we do the paperwork.
Okay.
It's legal paperwork, which you got in here. So there's a mutual NDA between BRYSHERE Gray and myself. Right. That happened. So now I'm leaving. I'm out of Chicago. I'm off the set and everything. So BRYSHERE starts telling people again that I know. So he breaks the NDA. The NDA is already broken. So now, okay, now that I could prove that he broke the NDA, I can talk about it now. So before I leave, I'm going to leave you a copy of the mutual NDA between BRYSHERE Gray and I. Now, that means that something happened. Why was there a mutual? Because you never hear people doing mutual NDAs. It's one-sided. You are not allowed to say anything, right? So now, when people want to read between the lines when he said all this and so forth and so on,
but don't it listen to NDA what you're not allowed to, or did it say anything?
No, it's just a mutual NDA saying that money that he owed me he had to do and things that happened in his circumference and that I wasn't allowed to talk about, nor was he allowed to talk about if it mentioned me, right? So you can read the NDA if you decide to post it, whatever. That's
yeah, I gotta post that shit.
Okay, yeah, that's the.
I ain't got no money for Will and Jada. Not today. Not today, not ever. Allegedly.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
Even with all they ain't doing nothing. I told you before. In my last interview, they ain't doing nothing. Will ain't doing nothing. Jada ain't doing. So let me give you a little more backstory, just so that we clear.
I feel safe now, a black man.
So now we got another situation that happened. Mm-hmm. Once I told you that Will and Jada, about the sexual things they were doing allegedly to certain people and all that, and I told you that Jada was addicted to. So how Jada would watch at the house is she had her laptop. She would stick her hard drive in, right? boom, and hook it up to the TV, and she could play whatever video she watching. So now, so I'm seeing videos of her and Will and a bunch of some celebrities, everything. Because remember, the last interview I told you, if you don't sue me, I'm gonna let people know who you've been hitting with them dildos. I don't know if you remember that, but I remember. Your wino's gonna remember it. And I said, if you don't sue, I'm gonna sue. So I told you, being Muslim, whatever I say I'm gonna do, that's what I'm gonna do, period. And I gotta have evidence. So we not playing. That's why they didn't sue. So back to these discs with all these, this homemade on it or whatever.
Listen up, active duty members as well as veterans. Miss Kanisha Hayes from Jacksonville, Florida, works for Florida Gateway Realty, and she can help you own a brand new construction home in Jacksonville as well as the surrounding areas. Now, all you got to do is hit up Miss Kanisha Hayes with Florida Gateway Realty to see if you qualify for up to $2,000 in realtor rebate credit for a brand new construction home. And get this, with a VA loan, you may qualify for 0 down. That means nothing, nada at the table. And when you combine that, you can cover things like appraisal, binder money, as well as inspections with the rebate money. And of course, it's all depending on lender guidelines, but she gonna make sure she can get the most for you. So if you're in the Jacksonville area or surrounding areas that's near Jacksonville, hit up Kanisha Hay right after this video at kanishahay.com/veterans. Clips out there about you sometimes do show you a very angry Black woman kind of life.
I am an angry Black woman. I am angry that my sisters are dying at ridiculous rates of heart disease, maternal death. I am stressed. I am angry that I live in a nation that lies to us and has been, and people still aren't sure how to make it make sense.
You've never heard of Candace Owens?
I don't know her.
Your messages are very similar.
I am a radical leftist.
Do you date?
Who's gonna date me?
There are other people like you that you can date.
Name them.
I'm not a matchmaker.
I have 5 cats and a dog. I love being a cat lady. And the other day I was driving and I had like my dog and my 3 cats in the car going to the vet. And I was like, wow, this is the life you chose. I haven't had sex or been kissed in 2 years.
Do you think that has a lot to do with your anger too sometime?
No. I think that's actually very unintellectual for you to ask.
No.
Yes.
Because as Black women, we have to release.
So I don't have a vibrator?
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can. First up, let's talk about AI color themes. You can get any combos you want, bold and bright, minimalist and sleek, or something you didn't even think of. Just describe the vibe you want, or even use the colors of your logo, and let AI do its thing. Beautiful. Next up is the AI section creator. This is great for those website essentials, like a contact section or a place to subscribe. Now, I'm running a sale, so I punch in some details, and just like that, I have a promo section. Functional and beautiful. I love it. Now, for the AI text creator. I got some products that need description, so I type in some keywords, and there it is. I've got copy that lands. Now, let's see what the AI image creator can do. Sometimes you just want to spice up your visual game. Type your idea and watch it turn into a high-quality image in seconds. You can have some real fun with this.
Somebody stole it from the house, okay? Somebody stole 2 hard drives from Jada's house with this alleged on it, right? Jada thought, so now we get into why she's even more mad. So Jada thought I had something to do with this being stolen, right? And one thing that they allegedly did was report it stolen. So whoever comes out with this video or tape or anything have stolen property. They're going to jail, right? Okay. Now, that's why me and Jada's relationship got to be so toxic towards the end because she thought I stole these videos. So they're
videos of her
with other people. But I saw some of the video. Mind you, when Jada at the house.
Was any of them allegedly MC Light?
Yes.
I just had that was just
why didn't you let me say that?
That was just my own opinion.
Come on,
I have no dog in this fight.
Oh, goodness.
But I always felt like, in my opinion, that her and MC Light kind of had something going on, and they used men, Will and MC Light's husband, to cover it up.
So,
and then we had a lady that came to sit on the show that said she saw MC Light and Jada at a known gay club for lesbians in Hollywood all the time.
So let me just put it like this. Because the tapes are going to surface. The tapes are going to surface.
I don't want to watch them. That's illegal.
Oh, no. Listen. Yeah, that's right. That's right. The tapes are, that's why they reported it stolen, but they didn't report me as the thief, right? But now let me tell you how I saw the tapes. So when Jada's home at Will house, not her other house, she allegedly has her wine. She has her something called Tushi. It's like a pink cocaine thing. It's popular in Colombia as well too, but it's like you get this
ecstasy and cocaine.
Yeah, it's like that mix, right? It's big in Colombia, right? And she got her ayahuasca or whatever it is. And she got her mushrooms. So she got her psychedelics, all that stuff. So she's sitting down here watching, playing with herself, and high as a kite, right? Not caring who's in the house, whether kids watching, nothing. She's in her own world. So that's how I was able to see the tapes. This is why she think I saw them. And I saw some things that were unreal. And I saw celebrities on the tape.
Ooh.
So, all right. So let's just say, so allegedly who I thought to be on the tape, well, one is a tape, because it's going to come out. So I'm letting people going to know.
Who did you see, Bilal?
Okay.
Tell the winos.
Okay. So now there's one tape allegedly who I thought appeared would be, there's Jada with a strap on top of Will. Then she's spitting in his face and choking him. That's one. Right? So I want people to know when it came out, I'm the first person to talk about it.
Okay.
Then the other one was Alfonso Rivera. Don't want to talk about that because it ended up being a bloody mess.
Listen, it's called Connect Team, and it's insane. I don't do schedules or timesheets manually anymore.
And it works?
Oh, like you wouldn't believe it. My team puts in their availability, I click auto schedule, and boom, there it goes. No more Excel, no more phone calls, no more group chats. Oh. Perfect schedule, like that.
Damn, so all you gotta do is post it.
Yeah, my team loves that it's just one app, so they see their shifts, they can approve it, and I know it's covered.
But wait, what if there's like a last minute change? I mean, that's the afternoon gone, right?
So in that case, I just blast a shift for my team to claim. Everyone sees it, and I just assign the first one to pick it up. It literally takes 2 minutes. I'm telling you, it's all in the app. So they clock in. I can see who's working, who's late in real time, and their hours go straight to their timesheets, so I don't have to do anything.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm embarrassed to say, I used to spend 3 days prepping timesheets for payroll. Now it takes, what, half a day, tops?
Nah, I gotta check this out.
You should.
Monday.com's AI blocks are a total game changer.
Excuse me if I find that hard to believe.
You know that llamas are biologically incapable of lying, right?
Does that come with knowledge?
Monday.com's AI blocks are designed to specifically help you at your work. Plus, you don't need to learn anything new.
So what? I just use it? No prompts or anything?
Let me show you how powerful it is. Sending bulk emails used to take hours. Now, AI summarizes, translates, personalizes, and sends them out in seconds.
I can definitely use that.
Now you're getting it. AI can sift through hundreds of CVs, contracts, or requests, pulling all the important information instantly, making your workflows 10 times more efficient. AI can summarize calls with clients and handle the manual work that follows.
Okay, but is it good for any kind of use case?
This AI fits any type of work. Marketing, sales, HR, anything. Thousands of companies are already using Monday.com's AI blocks.
I'm finally ready to let go of my AI phobia.
I'm telling you, Monday.com, the first work platform you'll love to use.
Right? Now, but let me give you the backstory
Go ahead.
about
You're
her.
telling the winos right now.
Right.
Go ahead.
So let me
they
give.
asked me in court, what did he tell you?
Right.
I don't know. Go
Right.
ahead.
But it's all alleged
Because I don't
anyway.
watch my interviews back.
Right.
So go ahead.
So it's all alleged anyway.
Mhm.
So, and some of it's from my recollection.
Okay.
So, like I said, the Alfonso Rivera thing was a bloody mess. And in that video, he is begging her to stop, right? And she's telling him to shut up, right? And on that video, Jada had on Timberlands and a fitted baseball cap with the strap on, right? And the reason why she got so much hate for Alfonso Rivera is because they dated way before. I'm not even gonna say dated, went it out a couple of times together, right? And allegedly something must have happened because Alfonso always had money. So back then Jada was broke, and you know that through your interview with Laverne, right? So now
Laverne did put you on the set that day that you said you walked in, and I have to say allegedly, seeing Will Smith murder the out of Dwayne Martin.
So
and she said you left that day. It was something that happened. It was abrupt, and you left. They couldn't find you. So she put you at the scene of the crime.
and she was on the set. But we got affidavits from other people where I was there. But let's even forget that.
Because I remember Fat Faison Live said that you weren't there. That's not happening. But Laverne, another producer, said she hadn't spoken to you in years. That was the last time she spoke to you was when you abruptly quit.
Yeah.
That day on the set of My Wife and Kids.
No, it's called All of Us.
Oh, all of us, my bad.
It was called All of Us. But not only does Laverne put me there, IMDb put me there, which is the Bible.
IMD as a producer, the IMD.
No. It
like
has
the
me there.
producer credits, like yeah.
So number one on that set, like I said, I worked for Dwayne Martin. That's number one. Number two is that I was assisting Will. Right? I was assisting Will because he was executive producer, couldn't be there. So I was actually filming the rehearsals and sending it back to Will, right? And then I was day to day with Dwayne. So I would have to have a key to his dressing room. And then I was on an episode of All of Us, like I said. So
back to these alleged tapes.
Okay, let's go back to the alleged tapes.
Who else did you see allegedly on the tapes?
TYRESE was on there.
Oh, I'm so glad TYRESE ain't got no money to sue me right now.
And Charlie Mack was on there with Will. And allegedly, I would appear to be TYRESE with Will and Jada. Then the one with Charlie Mack and Will, Jada's not on it, but you can hear her say, make him spit up. Period. So when these tapes come out, people will know I'm telling the absolute truth. Now, speaking of legal stuff, this is the only thing that was sent. This is Will and Jada's lawyer, like I explained before, sending me that scene. Yeah. So and in there.
This is why I took the interview, guys. Listen. I just,
Oh yeah, we about to really.
I want to say this too. The reason, because I know people are like, so why do you take interviews like this? Is because like, I hate to use an extreme example like that, but I always ask people, I'm like, do you like kids? Yeah, I'm like, do you like kids in an inappropriate way? No. So you don't think like that, right? But there are people out here that do. So just because you don't think like that, you can't knock the fact that it doesn't go on just because it doesn't happen in your world. Right. There's a whole other world that we're not privy to because we don't think on that level. Unfortunately for me, I have to.
Didn't I just say that? Didn't I not just say that, y'all?
Take all types of cleanses and spiritual baths after I interview shit like this. So about something just like this. Okay, so immediate demand. This is for BILAAL. Immediate demand for retraction and false defamatory statements. This is from the Hirsch, Litcherson, Young, and Polk.
This letter is filled with a bunch of lies and falsehood. In that letter, it says that
This office represents Willard C. Smith II, and it's come to our attention that you recklessly and maliciously spread out white lies about our client and his wife in an interview published on or about November 8th on YouTube and again November 14th on 2023 interview on Instagram. In each of these two interviews, amongst an avalanche of apperceptions, you have crasslessly, I ain't never heard that word before, crasslessly fabricated a salacious and utterly false story about witnessing our client in the middle of an intimate sexual act. To be clear, these allegations are fabricated without a shred of truth and nothing short of a deliberate character assassination. Furthermore, you claimed in both interviews to be a close friend for 40 years, and you claim 8 of those years to have been his personal assistant. Neither claim is remotely true. To the contrary, you were never employed by our client in any such capacity. At no point would anyone familiar with the situation have ever described you as a client's close friend, let alone the best friend that your publicity purports you to be. Not surprisingly, these defamatory attacks became immediate following your unsuccessful 2-year attempt to shake down your supposed best friend for money. Shortly after Mr. Smith's book came out, you claimed to have lost at least $500,000 in connection to an unconsummated idea you had to promote our client's book. Out of respect, we took your claims seriously, which we saw all the stuff that you put together.
That's what I'm saying. Everything in there is lies, but we're gonna get into it.
After both your first and second lawyer abandoning you, we offered to mediate your claim. Why are they offering to mediate for you?
Right. So I'm gonna get into all.
They can't mediate for you. You have to have your own representation.
Oh, it's crazy.
After hearing the details of the nonsensical story, unsupported by even a single shred of evidence, the mediator convinced you to accept a tiny fraction of your supposed damages. Your get-rich-quick scheme having failed, here you are back at Tro.
How do you give your book the best chance to succeed in 2026? If you finished writing your book and dream of seeing it published, this video is for you.
And this is what he sent you?
This is what he sent me.
Okay.
Okay. So just really briefly, I'm going to go through this. So everybody knows, and it's proven, number one, that he said me and Will wasn't friends. So I guess Will doing all these videos with me and all that kind of stuff, put me in his book and or whatever the case may be, we're not friends.
He gave you an excerpt out of the book.
I know. So that's one lie. But see, this is what they do. The next lie saying I never worked with Will. Okay. So when the credits are going up on various movies, let's just take.
Give me my phone real quick. I need to pull some receipts real quick because I'm just looking at the web of lawyers that represents these people.
Oh, wait till I get into this other lawyer.
That shakes down the people that sit down with me and, bloggers.
So I got are we still recording?
But they know we're still recording.
So I got copies of other, and then I'm gonna get into the lawyer that's representing Jada now.
Okay.
It's that's what I'm saying. It's nothing but these people will do anything to try to protect their image, but blow you over. Like blow that first thing is we're suing. They ain't suing nobody.
Second, let me make sure. All right, where's the
No, let me show you. Because I'm gonna try to make this video quick. I really just want to talk about the cases that I got against Jada.
I just want to make sure I got the same firm. Hirsch, Litcherson, Young, Polk, LP. Where did I see this information? I saw this law firm.
So they represent a lot of big people. It's not just Will and Jada.
I know that. Hold on. Oh, go ahead. I'll verify that. I'll probably have them cut that out just in case I can't verify. But go ahead.
Okay. So.
Okay.
So even with all that, there are a bunch of lies in there. So everybody knows. So people know me and Will are friends. They said I wasn't. They said I never worked with Will. The movie credits say different, right? And he also said he represented Willard. He never said nothing about Jada. So in law, it's called overreaching. How you gonna tell me to retract my statements about Jada too? You don't represent Jada. That letter said you only represented Will. But see, they're trying to bunch it all in. Now, they said that they would take legal steps, and nothing never happened. Because you know why? I responded to him. And I sent something to the bar letting them know that he told the lie. All right, so let's get off of that. Let's go into, because I'm going to need to wrap this up, right? Because I'm getting too wild up. So, but I just wanted to share some of the stuff from the book with you. And I need to get you the mutual NDA again.
Who is Jamal?
That's another friend of mine. That's who Charlie Mack went through to get in touch with me. So
this is the retraction that they want.
Yeah, Charlie sent the retraction to my friend. My friend sent the retraction to me. This is my declaration for the court. So you see, it's 30 something pages. Ooh. So this is for the civil harassment claim. So now let's get into the violent part of this.
Okay.
Right. So Will invited me to his birthday party and screening of King Richard. Right.
Okay.
So I'm there. We're trying to talk through our problems at his birthday party. Me and Will are together trying to talk to all this stuff that's going on, this alleged hard drive that they think I have with all these people on it. Me potentially about to sue, me about to expose the mutual NDA that I had with BRYSHERE Gray.
So this was after my interview.
This was way before your interview. So
okay.
we've been going on for.
Because I remember, because she said, Jada Pinkett Smith specifically said in the Breakfast Club interview, we quote her words, that there's been some legal back and forth.
Yeah, we tried to work it out.
And you have text messages here from Jamal asking if Charlie wants to talk to you.
Oh, this is late. See, it's so much information.
To do a 3-way call. I downloaded WhatsApp again, but go ahead.
Okay. So where were we at? What were we talking about? That just threw me off a lot. Damn. Oh, okay. Yeah. So he invited me to his birthday party in King Richard premiere. It was a private screening. And this is inside the legal paperwork of the civil harassment lawsuit against Jada. So she comes up to me, put her finger right in my face where her nail, right? And told me that I better stop telling her business, keep my mouth shut, or I was going to catch a bullet and a beat down. So right there, that's already violence, right? And then it's already threats and everything. So I said, okay, no problem. I didn't say nothing. I didn't hit her. I didn't do anything. But I already knew that I was going to make my move. So let's get into this lawsuit with Jada. So we talked about that one incident. We talked about her being embarrassed about the TASHA K interview that went viral globally. Okay. So that's one thing. Then Charlie Mack contacted my friend saying that Will and Jada wanted to pay me to write a retraction, and then him sending the retraction over to my friend, right?
And you said?
I said, no, I'm not going to do it. They were ready to pay me the money in 24 hours.
If you would have did that retraction, they would have tried to come after me.
Right. And I wasn't going to do that. And it had and it didn't have any indemnity. So they could have sued me. See, they think people dumb. So let's say they did send me the $500,000, right? Okay. Let's say they sent me $500,000 and I put the retraction up. Now I might be going to jail because now there's fraud involved. Extortion. I said I didn't do it. You know what I mean? I'm admitting that, hey, I did this, and come on. But some people would have just took the money. All they was thinking about was money. But on their end, thinking I was going to take the money, we got them red-handed. As you see, this is filed. All this is stamped and filed by the court. So just for your listeners to know really quick that I'm under penalty of perjury. If anything in here is a lie, my ass going to jail. Period. There's no if, there's no ends, there's no buts. Whatever in these documents that were filed with the court in Los Angeles Superior Court, if they find one thing that is a lie, I'm going to jail. So this is my stance. This is my position. This is my conviction of how strong what I'm trying to say is true. That I'm going under penalty of perjury. So I must have some heavy information for this. So let's even go on. So I put stuff in there like me and Will's videos and all that kind of stuff, extra stuff to let the court know, man, Will been cool for almost 40 years. I put in here about where TMZ, who listen what they did to me. Well, I already told you. So, but just for your listeners, Will's reps claim he didn't have sex with Dwayne Martin, right? And then inside the article, people can just go back and see it. TMZ put, oh, we don't even know if there's any connection between me and Will. Come on, man. Come on, TMZ. Y'all playing. Now, I'm reporting y'all to the FCC, right? Because y'all lying to people. You could have did a quick Google search and see, I got multiple movie credits with Will. I'm in the book, and if you go to my Instagram, that seals it right there.
TMZ is bottom page.
Right. So in my opinion, yeah. So in my opinion, they was giving TMZ a couple of those dollars. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now, so we thinking everything is over, right? After my accident, nobody's hearing from me. The Diddy stuff comes to light. Okay, so now everybody is separating themselves from Diddy. I go to my computer. I remember I went to a freak-off party with Will. Well, I went to a party, but after the party became a freak-off, right? So I send that out to every press person, right? Somebody picks the pictures up and put Will at Diddy's party. Will sitting up there.
Oh, you remember the naked girl?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I remember that. They was eating fruit off the naked.
Right, because they were saying, "Oh, that
was an all-white party."
Yep. I forget where it was at, but all I know is I had the pictures, and when I sent the pictures out, they were everywhere. Now, Will. Then after that, everybody's going in. Now, I could tell you what happened.
He said on a stage with fake AI fans that he has never, ever been to a Diddy party.
Okay. And him and Diddy are not cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Jay-Z said that too.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but you at the party and you up in here, you and Bruce Willis allegedly about the Rumble because you text Bruce Willis inappropriate, allegedly. Okay. So now people going to know I was there. Right? Allegedly. Ooh, right? This is Will Smith. This is the Will Smith that got on stage in San Diego talking about, oh man, I ain't had nothing to do with that. Oh, yes, you did.
My next tattoo is gonna say allegedly.
Yeah. Oh, yes, you did, Will.
It's like for real.
So once again, in evidence, the DL Hughley, because I don't even want to show the picture.
I remember him shutting Vlad down.
Right. Because what he gonna do, if you put the picture of Vlad, gonna be like, I want to get paid. I want the same that he did with Joyner Lucas. So I don't even want to show it, but people can go to Will Smith slapped the guy who tried to sleep with Jada, but didn't slap the guy.
So you think you know Wicks, but do you really?
Y'all, I didn't know about the Bruce Willis. I knew nothing about that. That's some new tea. I missed that, overlooked that. Whew. So Bruce Willis was about to tear in his ass if he texting him inappropriate, I guess, trying to get with him on the low. Ooh, this is a very, very triangle that's, I don't even know how to explain it. This is a very, very scandalous triangle.
First up, we've got shape video masks. You can use different shapes to create completely different vibes and aesthetics. Or you can create your own graphic. I use the shape composition here. Just import any SVG file and set it as a shape mask. Nice. Next up, we'll keep it moving with the hover box. You can use it to animate any element and create these really eye-catching interactions. And what I love is that the level of control you get here is crazy precise. You can set your animation ease, scale size, and position.
Will Smith slapped the guy who tried to sleep with Jada, but not the guy who slept with Jada. So if you go to that interview, then you'll see that D.L. Hughley let Vlad know. Vlad didn't issue no retraction or nothing about me and Will. Like that I knew Will, that he, this guy Mafia, whatever his name is, invited me on the show and all that type stuff, right? Then we know we got the Breakfast Club interview. That's inside of there with Jada.
So what are you suing Jada for? You're suing Jada, not Will.
No, Will's getting added. But hold on, let me just finish this real quick. I'm almost done. This is the interview where they asked Jada if they ever seen Will with any men.
And she said,
no.
We're suing.
And then we have this, which shows Jada was there and Will can't keep his hands to himself, grabbing men's penises, right? This is the IMDb, right? Okay. So don't that say all of us?
All of us in 2004.
Okay. So I was on the set. Undeniable. I was there with Will, with IMDb put me there. Forget what I say, forget what they say. Let's go to what's official. Okay. So I'm there. Okay. No problem whatsoever.
You got Jamie Foxx show credits.
I got a lot of credit. Yeah. So then, okay, so let's go to this other email with, once again, Charlie Mack trying to be a fixer. Hits Jamal again in December. This is December 5th. And I'm going to tell you why this brought the case back together. December 5th, 2024.
That was last December.
Yeah, so this is very recent, right? You know, year ago. So Charlie reached out to my friend again and said he wants to talk to me. I tell him I'm still in pain. It's all in the paperwork. And that I just don't want no drama. Like, I'm cool. So Jamal hits me, oh, Charlie don't want no drama. They just want to talk to. Man, we get on the phone. Man, what I got from the conversation is you stay your ass wherever you at out the country until the statutes of limitations go out on these lawsuits, and you still better not put that book out. Man, it infuriated me. This was under a year ago. It infuriated me. The audacity. I'm out the way for a year and a half, healing my body from somebody trying to kill me. And you want to call me and tell me I better not put my book out. I better stay out the country until the statute of limitations go out on any lawsuits. Man.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app with.
I'm going to say this, hell and hot water couldn't stop me, and I don't blame them. Bitches, bring it on. That's what I would have told them. Bring it on, motherfucker. Fight to the finish.
Without knowing how to code. This is base for.
All I can say is I prayed not to do anything crazy. And then I said, you know what? There's no fear now. When a person try to kill you and you survive, I see how 50 Cent is now. Why he got shot 9 times and he ready to go at any and everybody. That's where I'm at right now. I know what that pain is, almost being killed, right? I know what it is. So now all these things that I got and all this information that I've had, is about to be on. So once again, this lawsuit is just for Jada and her associates to leave me alone because the book is coming. So I know all the new threats are gonna come. And if something happened to me, just so you know, which camera? Just so you know, if anything happens to me, that's why I want to do this interview with you, Tasha. There are 7 hard drive discs that are going to be sent to you. One is going to be sent to Joe Rogan, the Banfield girl lady on News Nation, and a couple other people, right? That a video will come out.
Lord, I hope nothing happened to him. Let's pray nothing happens to him. Let's pray, because this was unnecessary and this is uncalled for. This was completely uncalled for. Y'all think they go try to do something? At this point, I don't think they go try to retaliate, because I think what I think is that it'll be obvious, and I don't think they will want to risk that. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments as you watch this video.
If anything happens to me, and on that video, I promise you, anything that I've ever said is going to be backed up on that video. So now I'm trying to do this so my book can come out, and I'm trying to do this so that people can get the information, because what we're doing is, what people don't know is anything that comes from the civil, any information from interrogatories, from discovery, can be for the criminal. And that's what we're going for. So another thing that I'm going to say is that I feel in another year, because everything I told you has come true, right? No lawsuits. I was suing. I told you everything that I said I was going to do, I did. Within 1 year, it is my belief that Will and Jada will be involved with a sexual case on a criminal level. And I'm going to say that once again, just so everybody clear. Once I finish the lawsuit, and once I finish this civil harassment thing with Jada, getting all the discovery, all the interrogatories, and giving them to the federal government, and also giving it to the assistant attorney general, somebody's going to jail. Somebody. That's my belief. So all this is going on, but it's going to be criminal. Right now, it's all civil. So now let me just tell you what's going on quickly, and then we'll end this interview. So when I filed the restraining order, Jada's lawyer responded. And in my estimation and my belief is that she lied. She responded and said that basically, and this is after avoiding service. So just let you know, I subpoenaed Will, right? Now, we know Will got 24-hour security at his house. So I sent the sheriff there. That's a subpoena, boom, for Willard Carroll Smith. And they don't say Will Smith, but that's his real name. And the sheriff went there, and they said they rung the doorbell and nobody would come out. And they waited. So Will has 24-hour security. So you leave the sheriff outside knowing that they're there, because they're trying to avoid service, Tasha.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Boom.
Yes.
Here's
and
another.
This was on 10/16/2025
Yeah.
to Willard Carroll Smith in Calabasas, California.
Another for Will Smith. That says successfully served, right? To a different address.
Okay. Successfully served, but yes, but why
Okay.
to a different address?
Because I know that the agent of service would have been there. And they were, so when you serve the subpoena, you actually have to serve it to that person or only the agent of service.
Okay.
Nobody else can get it.
So his registered agent accepted.
That's what the sheriff said. That It's
Okay.
right there on the paper.
It was
Ain't what I
served-
say, it's what the sheriff say.
It says, it was served November 18th, 3:02. That
Will-
was like 3 days ago.
Okay.
So you served.
And Will did not come to court. So now I'm going to compel the judge to make Will come to court. Playtime with these clowns is over. Now let's get into other things that they're doing to prohibit this case from giving me the information.
I don't think they want to go to court with you, because like it would be embarrassing. Because people are going to pick up all this salacious shit. They're not going to care about the technicality of everything.
Hey guys, can you believe that Amazon made billions of dollars and only paid zero in tax? Isn't that?
Well, that's their fault. That is totally their fault. Because for me, at the end of the day, when we went to the first hearing, let me just tell you how games be played on a major level. So once I filed the subpoena, Jada got an attorney, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the attorney. So I walk into the courtroom, and the sheriff point outside to me, right? For me to step outside. And I'm like, what's going on? So I step outside and he said, sign this. Like, no hello, no nothing. Sign this. And I said, sign what? I'm not signing anything unless I read it. So he said, oh, no, it's nothing. But I see Jada's lawyer signature on it. He said, oh, it's nothing. It's just letting you know that there's a pro temp judge here today and that, you agreeing to whatever this pro temp judge says and as it relates to a ruling. I'm like, nah. I said, I don't want no pro temp judge. And they call them commissioners. So they really not real judges, but they allow them to play judge for the day.
Okay.
So I said, I'm not signing that. So I don't sign it. So we have to go before the pro temp judge. So when I go for the pro temp judge, I said, you know what? Jada been avoiding service as well too. And I'm gonna give you that as well too, but I'm gonna finish the story. So now, when we go in front of the judge and she says that I don't want any commissioners on the case, I want to see a real judge, she signs off on it, but we're on the record. So now you got to imagine, I'm doing all this pro se. Everything that I've gotten this far doing pro se, period. Because for me to get this far, probably would have cost me $150,000. Okay. Period. Especially when they're trying to fight, right? So I say on the record, I said, will you accept service for Jada Pinkett Smith, the respondent in the case? He tells me no. I go back. Now I print out, I ask the court that I want to make a copy of the record, as we call it. So I got him on record saying no, that he won't accept nothing on Jada's behalf. And this is her lawyer. These are the games these people are playing. These
the lawyer is supposed to accept service.
Right. These guys is playing. Of course, now he mentioned that he accepted service for the actual lawsuit, but now we're talking about questions and derogatories and all the evidence, right? This is the court record, the legal court record of me asking him for it, and this guy saying no. So in my eyes, both Will and Jada are dodging service, period. So if you go to the last page, it should be on there, right? And I'm gonna say a few more things and then I'm gonna wrap this up.
So he says, the court, good morning, counsel. And is it Salon petitioner? Yes. The court, okay, good morning. There is a non-stipulation in this matter. Is it going to be transferred to the Department J on November 19th? Okay. The petitioner said, I do have a question. The court says yes. The petitioner, so we were not able to serve the respondent. So will counsel take service for the respondent? And Mr. Grotsky says, I made an appearance on behalf of the respondent, which he's the lawyer. So we've accepted the filings that were made. I'm not agreeing to accept service of anything else. The court, okay, thank you. Any other service issues will need to be brought up in Department J on the 19th. The petitioner, okay. The court, okay, thank you. Best of luck, everyone. Mr. Grotsky, thank you, Your Honor.
Clips out there about you sometimes do show you a very angry Black woman kind of life.
I am an angry Black woman. I am angry that my sisters are dying at ridiculous rates of heart disease, maternal death. I am stressed. I am angry that I live in a nation that lies to us and has been, and people still aren't sure how to make it make sense.
You've never heard of Candace Owens?
I don't know her.
Your messages are very similar.
I am a radical leftist.
Do you date?
Who's gonna date me?
There are other people like you that you can date.
Name them.
I'm not a matchmaker.
I have 5 cats and a dog. I love being a cat lady. And the other day I was driving and I had like my dog and my 3 cats in the car going to the vet. And I was like, wow, this is the life you chose. I haven't had sex or been kissed in 2 years.
Do you think that has a lot to do with your anger too sometime?
Planning to publish your book? You could reach 3 billion more readers. If you've written a book and you're thinking about publishing it, you have to.
No, I think that's actually very unintellectual for you to ask.
No.
Yes.
Because as Black women, we have to release.
So I don't have a vibrator?
I got to tell you, like, I still get sick, okay? But the way I used to get sick versus the way I get sick now, I no longer require hospitalization because I used to have to go to the hospital, go to the emergency room. I no longer require all of these drugs to get over it. And so generally, my sicknesses don't last more than 4 days, maybe 6 at the most, okay? So these are my top 4. All over oregano, sea moss, mango flavor, I like the mango, liquid D3, as well as T-cell and NK cell mushroom Vitamix. In conjunction with your doctor. I'm not a doctor at all, and I don't pretend to be one. I'm only telling you what I know by experience. And so if you want to support your body with these supplements as well, I do encourage you to visit shoptkdeals.com. Use my coupon code TK10 to get 10% off your first order so that you can try them. A lot of the supplements you can't put on subscription, so that means that you can have them delivered to your door every month, every 2 months, every 3 months, and things like that. And so that you can stay on top of your health.
So the lawyer did come.
Yeah, and he wouldn't accept service of interrogatories and would not accept service of discovery, things that I need so that I can prove.
Because that gets the case started.
Yeah. So, but listen, this is not me saying it. This is Jada lawyer saying it. This is Will. Will was successfully served, as you saw, didn't come to court, right? Once I sent it to the other guy.
Default judgment?
No. So this is for just the civil harassment. We haven't even got to the other lawsuit yet, and I'm gonna breeze through that really quick because right now I'm sweating so much, and things are coming back to my mind. I'm trying to kill me, and allegedly trying to kill me, threaten me. Like it's just bringing up not bad memories, but good memories in terms of my fight. I decided to get up, even though I was hurt. You know what I mean? When I got that call. And so I'm just sweating a lot. But
are these my copies?
Yes. You're gonna need them because them lawyers definitely gonna be reaching out. And here go all the proof. So but let me just say this too, to what Cameron. So Will, just to let you know, I'm gonna reserve you. If you see this video, you can go to your nearest sheriff department to pick up the subpoena. The case number is 25 VERO 01692. So Will Smith, if you watching, you can just take your ID to the sheriff department and pick up the subpoena so we don't have to chase you. If not, I'm going to compel the judge or ask the judge to compel you to come to court. As it relates to Jada, same thing. I'm going to reissue a subpoena to you because obviously we just saw it that the lawyer said that he's not taking any other service on behalf of you. So once again, I'm going to do your subpoena and it'll be available at your sheriff's office. Case number 25 VERO 01692. And then the last thing I want to say is that I filed the actual lawsuit. The number is 25 VECV 06407 against Jada Pinkett Smith. So everything here is stamped. There's official. So y'all can, if y'all want to keep trying to diet service and all this and not give me the information that I need, y'all go ahead and keep doing that. That's what y'all do. All it's doing is showing that everything I'm saying is true. Everything that I'm saying has receipts. Because like I said, it's incumbent upon me as a Muslim to bring the receipts. So I'm not going to say anything that I don't have a receipt. So once again, that's what y'all too can do. If you want to say, oh, my lawyer didn't tell me and all that. So if y'all see this video, y'all can go get y'all subpoenas because I'm not playing with y'all because I've already let it be known that any derogatories or any discovery that I get from these hearings or this trial is going to the feds. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, wait, I heard personally that Will was finally now trying and is setting up to divorce Jada. I heard that from a very credible source.
Well, Here's my
Did you hear that? Because I know you're still roped in.
Yes. I heard that, but he not going nowhere. The thing she got on him, he not going nowhere. I don't think so. This is my opinion.
Is it true that she lives in a house down the street? She no longer lives in the home that he built for her?
From my understanding from sources is that they're totally not together, and that Jada don't want the divorce, because right now you got to look at the state, right? In my opinion, right? Nobody really likes Jada. Jada been caught in all these lies. She's been doing so many things to people behind the scenes, right? And she's been lying about, in my opinion, about her not being a Scientologist, all this. It's just so many things. And in the book, we cover what really happened. We go through every timeline. And by me being there, I tell you what really happened. Not that crafted stories that you've been hearing about people. Like all of this right here is from me. This is all from me and pro se, right? Because I really believe that I'm going to be blessed for doing this, because now other people who have been abused, right, who have been hurt, and not from just these celebrities, but for other celebrities, you got to fight. If you're not willing to fight, who you think gonna join you? Who gonna join you? So it's time for everybody that got a story, a credible story, I should say, to start the process. Because you got to imagine, I lost just about everything over the last 2 years, everything, but not my dignity, not my pride, and not my faith. Because what I did wrong was, after that accident, I feared Will and Jada. And I'm not supposed to fear no one but God. And that, oh man, that pain. You don't know how many nights I cried knowing that I feared man more than God.
Anyone who's looking for a simple way to start a business, Taylor Brands is the way to go. From forming the LLC EIN number, opening that business bank account, taxes and bookkeeping, and licenses and permits, all in one platform for the business owner. Before using Taylor, I was a freelance, just me and my camera. And now I'm an official business. Just go to their site, enter your LLC state, add your business name, answer a few questions, and that's it. Now your business has tax flexibility and personal asset protection. Plus, it's approved by the state. It's like having a virtual business partner. They made it so easy for me, and I would recommend them to anyone starting a business. So search for Taylor Brands and start your business journey today.
Damn. So I'm back.
Winos, BILAAL.
Yeah.
Everything's alleged, even my name's alleged. We just sipped the wine, we wasn't there.
Oh, and let me tell people the title of the book.
Please.
It's called 38 Years with Will and Jada Smith Memoir. And the subtitle is I Am Whistleblower.
Thank you for my folder.
Thank you.
So what y'all think? That's a lot. That's a lot of shit. That's some heavy shit. Y'all think they gonna be the next Diddy? The next Diddy type of scandal? He said he's looking for that to be a criminal suit. Right now, everything is still civil, but he wanted to turn criminal. What you think? You think they behind the scenes trying to, get some loose ends tied up to keep some things from going civil against them? I mean, criminal against their ass. Because this civil should be enough right now. They ought to be scared, shaking in their damn boots if they done done all this shit. And I can believe some of it. I really can believe some of it. I must say that. And that violinist, we gonna see what's to come from that. We gonna see if they gonna settle him under the table. Or what they gonna do. This shit been going on for years, y'all, in Hollywood. I don't know why y'all keep thinking y'all faves and stuff incapable of doing shit. They capable of doing stuff. They capable, and if they did that, they gotta pay the consequence of what they've done. That's all I'm gonna say. But y'all let me know in the comments. If you got any topics you want me to talk about, let me know in the comments. I I am probably going to create a Mr. Exclusive email for people to send things into the docket and send different topics in like that. When I come back, I will have the email set up, so I'll let y'all know what the email is. You can watch all of the interviews below here in the description. You click on the subtitle of this video and it'll come up with the description, the details in the box, and it'll have all the links to all the interviews with this man, with Tasha K, and all the interviews he done did before. So it wasn't but 20 minutes left, I think, in that video. Y'all can go finish the 20 minutes over there too of that and watch the other interviews. Okay. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Y'all think they guilty? Or y'all think no? Y'all think they finna be bound like Diddy? Or what y'all think finna go? I think something finna really go down. I think, yeah, we already predicted this. Hollywood is fixing to have a quick, horrific shift. Anyway, thank you guys for joining in tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you viewing this video. Make sure you like, hit the notification bell, comment in the video as well if you like, share this video, share this channel, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Most of all, make sure you subscribe. Okay, and I will be back with some more topics. As I say, if you got anything you want me to talk about, put it in the comment section for now, and I have the email set up. The next time I be back, I give the email out. Yeah, we just go keep watching and see what else hit, because right now, baby, there's a whole plethora of shit, and it is getting hot. It's getting hot in here, like Nelly said. Okay, it's getting hot in here. We're gonna have to take off all of our damn clothes and possibly pull off some of our hide too. Okay, y'all have a good night and happy new year again to you guys. Let's see what 2026 bring. What kind of shit go come from under the rug for the Hollywood? It's a lot, but I'll see you guys later. Y'all continue to have a good rest of y'all weekend. Peace out until next time.